continue now our series entitled Finding the Inward Path. In our last video, we discussed the false and true self. Today, we are going to talk about the freedom of letting go. In our last discussion, we talked about the density of thoughts in our minds, the mental noise and chatter that we experience in this modern world, and our inability to recognize our true self. We spoke of living in a deep fog, a state of unconsciousness. But there is a way out of this stupor, a way to find true happiness and inner peace and joy in this life. The Buddha unmasks the culprit. For those whom ego overcomes, says the Buddha, suffering spread like wild grass. Here is an invitation for you to let go. Take a moment here. Go somewhere where you can be alone. Reflect and contemplate. Allow this truth of which the Buddha speaks to sink deeper and deeper into your consciousness, your awareness, ever deeper into your mind. For those whom ego overcomes, says the Buddha, suffering spread like wild grass. Our minds are hidden behind a veil, as it were, obscured by the density of thought. Thoughts are like pollution, blocking the brightness of the sun's illuminating rays. They arise like bubbles floating in the air, like clouds floating across a limitless and spacious sky. Resist nothing. Struggle with nothing. Just be still for about 5, 10, or perhaps 15 minutes, if you can do it that long. Know this as you sit perfectly still. You are in the presence of the ultimate truth, the supreme reality. In the depths of this silence, you will hear the whispers of the Spirit of truth and life. Only in stillness can we hear the Word of God. For the knowledge of God is received in divine silence, says St. John of the Cross. Open your heart just a little. Here is the place where you will encounter your true self. This is the place where wisdom dwells in silence. The place where you realize your connectedness to reality as we strive to attain the ultimate truth, the supreme reality we call God. Jesus said, I assure you that unless you change and become like little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Little children at about age 2 or 3 think and act as though they are the center of life. Their innocence is such a gift to us. They are not scarred or plagued by dualistic thoughts that we adults have. They do not see black and white, you and I, good and bad, beautiful and ugly, smart and not so smart, likes and dislikes. They like everything. They are not put off by the color of one's skin. They are neither attracted to nor repulsed by physical appearances. They do not discriminate. They judge no one. They readily accept love from everyone. Their hearts are open to everyone and every new experience. They truly live in the reality of the now moment. They do not dwell on past hurts. Yesterday does not exist, and they care nothing of tomorrow. We must not worry, fear, or doubt. Live only this moment, the now moment. Trust the gentle energy of life. This is mindfulness. Let us set our eyes on the kingdom of heaven, which will not fade, and not on the material and corruptible things of this world. We have got to release ourselves from the past, for the past no longer exists. Why hold on to it by clinging and grasping? When we are needy, when we cling and grasp at things or other people, we create our own pain and suffering. Gently let go. We grasp too firmly plans and thoughts for tomorrow and the future. The future is not here and now. And when things don't turn out the way we expect them to, we become downcast, disappointed, and depressed. And so we create for ourselves yet even more pain and suffering. Yes, it is true that the conceptual mind must function and our intellect certainly must be engaged. It is okay to save money for a rainy day, to do the practical things necessary to live comfortably and safely during our earthly existence. But when it becomes a burden, when we cling and grasp at life, when our negative thoughts flood our minds, then we lose the experience that life is offering to us right now. Our mind begins to drift back into an unconscious state. But if this happens, the moment we become aware again, the moment we become fully present to the now moment, that is the very moment that we again become conscious. Consider this. Everything is good. I am not speaking here about immorality, sin, or evil. But everything is good as long as we can let it go. As long as we are not possessed, obsessed, or attached to it. We must not let our minds be controlled by what human nature wants, but have our minds controlled by what the Spirit